What's up, collectors? This is Parlay Jay here with you today, and on today's episode we are going to talk about the top 10 sports card releases for the month of September. So we are talking football first. On September 8th, Donrus football is going to be released. Now, a hobby box price is going to run you about $335 at release. That's going to get you one auto and one relic per box on average. Panini never guarantees. They always go with the on average moniker. There is a 400 card base set in here. 250 of them are veterans, so this set is pretty big. It's going to be interesting now. You're going to see guys like Justin Herbert who have the rated rookie logo instead of being used to seeing the rookie logo on there. There's 11 parallels, and Panini is known for really blowing out the parallel numbers. Personally, I think the simpler the parallel set, the better, but that's just my opinion. But Panini is all over the map on the types of parallels out there. The one of one are the black die cuts, and of course there are the widely popular super short print, which are the art-based downtown. So downtown is really highly sought after. It is an artist rendering with a player photo typically on there in an artistic form, and those are the ones that hold the most value, the downtown versions. There's 50 image variations in this, and it's interesting because the image variations are going to be things that you can recognize, and it's going to be a player without their helmet. So Tom Brady has one with the helmet, that's his base, and then he has one without the helmet. That is his image variation. They're not numbered, they're just an image variation. There's two configurations, as Panini always likes to do. So there is the hobby box, which is 18 packs. There's one auto and one relic, as we said, on average. 18 rated rookies, you know, the typical rated rookie logo that Panini and Donrus are so popular for. 12 parallels and 42 inserts. So that's in one hobby box. That's a lot. And then the second configuration is called the H2 hybrid box. There's 10 packs in there, there's no autos, 10 rated rookies, 10 parallels, and 2 Optic green rookie previews. Now the Donrus, as you know, is going toward the lower end of the kind of commonly known football products, but it is definitely a fun rip, and if you're into football, it's one of the earliest to be released, so go for it if you can. Number 2, coming out on September 17th, every baseball collector's favorite, prospect baseball collector's favorite that is, it is the 2021 Bowman Chrome set. You'd probably consider it the fourth major Bowman set that came out this year for baseball. The very first one being the first edition, then the Bowman baseball set, then the Bowman Sapphire set, and now it is the Bowman Chrome set. And Bowman Chrome is always highly coveted. It's going to be a lot of players that were previously in Bowman sets this year, but you won't see their first logo on it anymore. You will see a mix-in of new firsts, however. The checklist as of this video has not been released yet, so I don't know who those firsts are going to be. It is anybody's guess, but what we do typically know is that those that were in the draft this year and drafted in the MLB draft are typically not in the set. They wait for the Bowman draft set, which is the next set to come out very late in the year, and that will be another popular one. So Bowman Chrome configured, usually one hobby box made out of 2 mini boxes put together. It's running at about $200 per hobby box at release, which is interesting that it's not over $200 because there was a lot of fluctuation in the 2020 Bowman Chrome set where it actually made its way almost up to close to $400 at one point and then dipped back down again. Definitely a sought after set that is valuable depending on the rookie / first class, of course. So there's 2 autos total per hobby box, and then there's always the HTA, the hobby variation of the box, which is just 3 autographs and no other cards. And don't make the same mistake I did, because the very first time I purchased an HTA box in a hobby shop, I had no idea what it meant, and I just knew I was spending a lot of money. I think I paid like $180 at the time for 2020, and I didn't realize what I was getting, and opened it up and just had 3 cards, and they were kind of all duds. So it is hit or miss depending on that, but you get 3 autos. And as of this video, the thing in baseball is Bowman first autos. Those are the most valuable cards that seem to trend out of the modern era for the longest period of time until that player gets called up and proves himself. So there's a lot of hype around prospects. When they play well in the minors, it goes up. As they get called up, the price tends to go up a bit. When they get the call up, it goes up. and then depending on their play, the price will fluctuate more. Typical parallels are here. I'm really happy about that they didn't really mess with it too much. So the base refractor to $4.99 at the top, all the way down to the superfractor, which is one out of one at the bottom. Red is still 5, orange 25, gold is 50, yellow is 75, green is 99, blue is 150, fuchsia is 199, and purple is 250. So I like the stability in the parallel colors and numbers in the Bowman set. It is my hope that they don't add too many and kind of water it down like Panini tends to do. But again, that is my personal preference. There's always a number of inserts in there. One of the most popular is called the 2020 Summer Camp inserts. And the case hit this season is known as the Bowman Ascensions. There's one per case, that's why they call it a case hit. And it features artwork from Tyson Beck. So this is another set that you definitely want to be on the lookout for, something that is very popular with collectors and likely to go up in price after release. Typically we see baseball releases start at a high price and then drop off a bit, but with Bowman it sometimes works the other way, and I often wonder when Topps, which first we have to figure out what's going to happen with Bowman and Topps to begin with, but when Topps starts to realize that they probably could charge a little bit more at release time for any Bowman set that comes out. So we'll see. So until then, we'll be happy and enjoy what we have, and that is September 17th. Also on September 17th, Topps releases the 2021 Gold Label product. I have always enjoyed the Gold Label product because it's simple. It is small, there's not a lot of cards in it. The base set is only 100 in players, but times 3, because the gimmick in Topps Gold Label is that there's 3 flavors, and they call it Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. And what they say is that the print run is a lot higher for Class 1, lower for 2, and the lowest for 3. They're not numbered, that's just how they're printed. And I think it's a good strategy, and it's a really interesting product that I think is priced really well. This is going to run at about 130 per box at release, which is very different from last year because I think it was around 90 to 100 at release. And you could get those boxes under $100 shortly after they were released. So that was the type of Topps product that started a little higher, dropped a little lower, and then it made its way a little bit higher after that. But again, a really simple product. There are not a lot of parallels in it, which I love. So there's black, which is not numbered. There's blue out of 150, purple out of 99, red out of 75, gold is the 101. And then of course, there's signature gold framed auto, which is very heavy. And it actually has a gold frame around the card that is autographed on card. Purple is new, so they did add that to the mix. That always kind of throws me off a little bit. But still 1, 2, 3, 4, there's only 4 numbered parallels and 1 not numbered. So I'll take that, and I hope that in 2022 they don't add too much to it. The configuration, again, 6 cards per pack, 7 packs per box. It's small, and at about 130 per box, you know, you could stand to go to a hobby shop and pick up a hobby and grab an auto, and it's also a pretty fun rip. There's always numbered. I think they typically come with 2 numbered parallels per box, if I remembered right. They don't guarantee them, but that's on average what you seem to pull out of there. And then the auto, of course. All right, now we move on to basketball, and this is where the game changes completely. As you guys know, I am a heavy baseball card guy. Basketball is a very different game from baseball, mainly because of Panini printing it, and because Panini likes to create so many different variations, so many different products, types, and we'll go through them now. Donrus Optic basketball, when it gets released on the 17th, is gonna run you about $700 a hobby box. There's only 1 auto per box in there. Now, that price is interesting to see where it goes because basketball is coming off of a huge, huge height that ended up in a huge, huge downturn, which right now basketball is way off of its highs, but the hobby box prices haven't really caught up to reflect quite as much. So it's going to be interesting to see based on the rookie class and based on the demand at the time and the pricing pressure of basketball if that price drops below $700 after release. The configurations are aplenty. first off the line, choice, fast break, the traditional hobby, and more. There's 12 different parallels in hobby. A lot of them are not numbered, which is another challenging part for collectors that are new to it, because you're almost trained to think that parallels that have a color always come with a number, and a lot of times in Panini, they don't, which brings into question the scarcity and the value of it if it's not numbered. Because we know Panini has been accused of overproduction, and when overproduction happens, base cards take a hit and numbered cards become more valuable because you know how many of those are produced, whereas you don't know how many of the base cards are produced. So some of the non-numbered are hollow, orange, lime green, red, blue, photon, short, super short print. So it starts to get off of the color. And then the numbers are pink velocity to 79, black velocity to 39, purple stars to 13, gold to 10, green to 5, and gold vinyl is their 1 of 1. So very different, you see, from baseball and football with the names and the numbering conventions. Now, depending on the configuration that you purchase, the parallels, colors, and numbers are gonna differ, and this is what makes it tricky to follow Panini sometimes. There's 5 total configurations. You've got the hobby box configuration, which is the one that we're all pretty familiar with. 1 auto, 20 inserts and parallels, and that comes 4 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. The second configuration is the FOTL, or the first off the line configuration. That comes with 1 auto, 1 purple stars parallel to 13, which is exclusive to that set, 19 inserts and parallels, and 4 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. So similar to the hobby is the first off the line. Then you've got the choice box. That is 1 auto per box, 5 parallels, but it's 6 cards per pack and 1 pack per box. So we're talking high end on the choice, taking all the base out of it, and it's just autos and parallels. So some collectors really, really like that. Then you've got the fast break configuration. 1 auto, 18 inserts and parallels, 5 cards per pack, 18 cards per box. Really similar to hobby and first off the line. So it's just another thing to keep aware of. And then lastly, there's the hybrid H2, which has 8 exclusive prisms, 2 hollows or holograms, 2 insert cards, and it's 10 cards per pack, 4 packs per box. So it's kind of somewhere in between all the rest of the configurations. There's tons of inserts, just to name a few: All-Stars, Elite Dominators, Lights Out, Rainmaker, Stargazing, and then the rookies, if you remember from the old school Donrus. And then there's 2 different types of autos segregated by whether it's a rated rookie signature or just a plain old signature series. So there is a ton going on for Donrus Optic basketball. Panini has really made it tough to follow, but if you're into it, look at it this way. You open up boxes and there's a really good chance you're gonna hit a parallel or something of the like. So that's kind of what they're going for. They know that collectors enjoy parallels and they're putting more out there. It depends on how you look at it. It depends on if it's fun and good to collect by hitting more, or if it hurts the value because of overproduction. The choice is up to you, but now you're informed. Next, we're gonna go with September 17th. Again, Panini Mosaic basketball gets released. So another nice Panini basketball set. Now, of all of the Panini cards, personally, I think that the Mosaic brand is the cleanest. It is very traditional. The design is very nice. They keep it very consistent year after year, which is very easy for a collector to follow. When you completely change the design, some people like it, some people don't, and it's a toss-up. But when you find the right design, you stick with it, then there's a bit of continuity to it as you look at that set over the years. And so personally, I guess I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. I really like the Mosaic design. Now, when you stack up Panini Mosaic next to Panini Prism, if you think about football, let's say, Prism, and same in basketball, Prism is always valued more by collectors and flippers, whereas a hobby box for Prism could command 1,000, 1,100. Mosaic is usually about 20% less, but I've seen the fluctuation in Mosaic go up and down. But Prism is always considered the premier and Mosaic is kind of considered number 2. So the price is gonna run you about $900 per hobby box, which is about the ballpark for a Mosaic set, whether it's football or basketball. There's only 1 auto per box though. Inserts include the traditional stained glass, which in football had become very valuable. Center Stage Overdrive, Straight Fire, and Swagger. The autos are either autographed Mosaic or rookie autographs, which they continue to follow that trend of. And the parallels, again, depend on what configuration you purchase. So here we go. White to 25, gold to 10, pink swirl to 11, green swirl to 10, fusion red, yellow, peacock, black and gold to 8, nebula to 1, and black to 1. And again, depending on the configuration, certain of those parallels are in certain configurations. There's 4 configurations. Here we go. Hobby, 1 auto, 5 silvers, 15 Mosaic parallels, 20 inserts, and it's 15 cards per pack, 10 packs per box. That's your bellwether. Second is the first off the line, FOTL, 1 auto, 2 first off the line parallels exclusive, 1 pink swirl to 11 exclusive, 1 green swirl to 10 exclusive, 5 silvers, 15 mosaics, and that's 15 cards a pack, 10 packs per box, just like the hobby. Then we go to Fast Break, 1 auto, 10 Fast Break parallels, 1 silver prism or silver mosaic parallel, 1 rookie variation, 5 inserts, and it's 8 cards per pack, 18 packs per box. And then lastly is the Choice, which is the much slimmer set. There's 1 auto, 3 exclusive mosaic parallels, and 2 Choice red-green rookies, 1 silver and 1 mosaic parallel. And so we're talking low number of cards and high volume of hits, as always, in the Choice. So you make the decision on what you go after. Personally, I'm not a basketball guy, but again, I trend a little bit more toward Mosaic and Prism as the 2 basketball sets. Those are like the mid-end, but then there's obviously the way, way, way high-end National Treasures and so on like that. So September 17th for Panini Mosaic Basketball. Next up, we're talking September 22nd now, and we're talking baseball, and it's Donrus Optic. So the Donrus baseball product is nowhere near what football or basketball is, because as you know, they don't have the license, does Panini, so there is no team logo and no team name allowed on there. They do have the MLBPA license, so the player name can be on there, but sometimes it's hard because all you see is New York, Chicago, you don't see the Yankees, White Sox, and they black out the logo and they blank out the uniform so you can't see it on the player either. So this is gonna be $180 per hobby box. Each case contains, now this is interesting, each case is gonna contain 4 hot boxes, and a hot box is always something that's special over the other boxes. Those 4 hot boxes are gonna either have 5 autos instead of 2, or 20 numbered Prism parallels instead of 10. That's pretty cool. 17 Prism parallels in total in the set. So we're talking a lot of parallels here. And that includes names like Cracked Ice, Pandora, Mythical, Pink and Blue Velocity. There's a lot of interesting names, but 17 parallels, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. Prospect autos are in this as well as rookies. And one very cool thing is on the release, you see there is a Jason Dominguez Prospect Auto, and it has the Rated Prospects logo on it instead of Rated Rookie. So without them releasing the set yet, that pretty much guarantees that J-Dom is gonna make his debut in a non-Bowman set, which is definitely, I think, gonna be very good for the Donrus Optic set. And then there's also the Retro Rated Rookie Signatures, which is pretty cool. It throws it back to like the 80s design of Donrus. And this comes in 3 configurations too. So Hobby, first off the line, and Choice, instead of the 5 like we have with basketball. Hobby is 2 autos, 10 prisms, 20 inserts, 4 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. First off the line is 3 autos, 1 cracked ice prism, 20 Pandora prisms, 4 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. And then Choice is 3 autos, 1 Freedom or Liberty prism, that's kind of cool, 3 red or green dragon prisms, and then that's 10 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. So you see the pattern with Choice. It is high-end parallel, low quantity of cards. All right, let's go. September 27th, we're talking wrestling. Topps WWE Undisputed. This is the premier WWE set if I do have to pick one myself. Tons of autos, the designs are always beautiful, and it is just a fun rip. 8 autos per hobby box, which is pretty darn cool. It's $300 per box. is the approximate price at release. There's 5 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, the 8 autos, and 2 relics. So you get 10 hits out of 50 cards for $300, which is a very nice mix-up, especially if you get numbered cards. I know we're talking wrestling, we're not talking sports. There is some value there, and I think it's a long-term play to see if wrestling cards or even UFC cards can maintain long-term value. The thing that I like the most about this set is, again, simplicity. There's 7 parallels in it. 7 is, you know, a little bit high, but it's not 14 and 18 parallels. So I really like that. They're not overdoing it. They're keeping it simple. They have a really nice, they typically have almost the full roster of WWE stars for any given year, and they throw in the legends, which you know attracts a little bit of an older collector crowd who may remember guys from the 80s, the 90s, and before that, instead of just the common current day wrestlers. So the 7 parallels are purple to 99, orange to 50, black to 25, blue to 10, red to 5, gold to 1, and printing plate to 1. Nice and simple. There's inserts in there. Grand Slam Champions is one of them. And then there's a lot of variations of autos. There's Superstars autos, Grand Slam Champions autos, dual autos, which is really cool. Undisputed matchup book autos, which is 2 rivals that go against each other. So I can't wait to see the checklist for this to see how far back the rivals go. Like, will they go like Stone Cold versus The Rock or things like that? We'll see. Cut signatures, and they do that for some of the legends that have passed away. So they have their autos in there. The picture that they had on display early was Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who passed away. So there was a cut auto from him, which is pretty cool. And then they promised autographed oversized box loader, which for the wrestling fan is actually pretty smart because wrestling fans are used to autographed 8x10s. So now this is getting close to the 8x10s, but it's not the 8x10s. I like that. And then there's relics in there. There's match up relics and superstar matte relics. So an overall pretty fun set, but from what I've seen so far, this is the best WWE card set. All right, September 29th, y'all, Bowman Sterling Baseball comes out. It's $300 per hobby box. There's 5 autos per box. It's always nice to get 5 autos in a hobby. 6 card per pack, 5 packs per box. We're talking Bowman, so it's a simple configuration. There are 9 parallels though. Refractor to 199, speckle to 99, magenta, which is becoming popular like fuchsia, to 75, gold to 50, blue to 25, which blue being so low seems a little strange to me. Black atomic to 10, red to 5. I like seeing red stay 5. Superfractor and printer plate to 1. And then we have the Sterling Recollections parallels, which are being introduced. Those go from gold from 50 down to the printer plate to 1. They're numbered the same as the 9 base parallels, but only gold 50 to 1. Thank goodness that they kept it simple. Autos include top prospects and rookies, the Sterling Recollections auto, and they introduced the Sterling Tender auto, which is a play on the British currency. So the design of the card resembles British currency, which is kind of interesting. And each flavor of their auto, of course, has their own set of parallels, numbered differently. It is what it is. So Bowman Sterling, September 29th. If you're a Bowman fan, that's gonna be for you. September 29th as well, we're talking Topps Triple Threads. A really, really fun, a little bit of a higher end rip. And remember, these are the thick cards. So don't open them or buy them unless you're ready with the thick top loaders and the thick sleeves. Don't get caught in that trap and then damage your cards when you rip it open. So make sure you're prepared, but they're beautiful. The size of the card, the thickness of the card really accentuates the design perfectly. This is starting at $350 a box, which is very interesting because in 2020, you could get it for under $300 at release. The price rose. So this was a set that really increased in value. If you try to buy them online now, they're about $450 to $500 a box for 2020. And it was about half that price at release. So it's gonna be really interesting to see if the 2020 version follows suit with the same the rookie class that is within it. Now, of course, rookie class means everything in baseball. And so that's gonna factor in greatly how the rookie class does for 2021. But this might be interesting, and Topps seems to have caught that. So they raised the starting price by a bit, $350. It's 14 cards per box. It comes in a configuration of 2 small mini boxes grouped together in one master box, they call it. There's 2 autos and 2 relics per master box. The designs are very cool because they don't have the field in the background like a typical baseball card. It is usually the image of the player over a superimposed solid background or patterned background. So it makes it really nice. Some of the cards do have the background visible though. They're famous for, because it's called triple threads, the triples, the triple auto relic, which is the most sought after, which is 3 players on 1 card, each with a relic or a piece of their jersey and their auto. So those are really, really fun when you pull one of those. We're talking 11 parallels, and the names of the parallels are all over the place. They go with the stone theme: amethyst $2.99, emerald to $2.59, amber to $1.99, aquamarine $1.50, tourmaline to $1.25, gold $99, citrine to $75, onyx to $50, sapphire to $25, ruby is $1, and printer plate is $1. And last but not least, number 10, on September 29th, Panini Chronicles Draft Picks Basketball gets released. Now, I'm not typically very big on the draft sets that Panini releases, but this one's interesting because it's the very first one that they're ever releasing for basketball. They've released it for baseball and football in years past. They are now doing it for basketball. It is brand new, 2 autos, 2 relics per hobby box on average. The thing with Chronicles Draft is that it is considered lower end and is not deemed as valuable to collectors because the player isn't in their pro uniform yet. So it's really interesting because when you think of baseball, the most and ultimate valued card is the Bowman first of a baseball player, which has them in their minor league uniform and has a first logo on it. So that is coveted. But when you think about football, collectors trend more toward their rookie card in the pro uniform than they would in the college uniform. So it'll be interesting to see if over time that ever changes. But for that reason, right now, that is typically how this set is looked upon. So it's more of a fun rip than anything. And typically it's one of the earlier sets to come out before the primary sets come out for the pros. If you compare to football, the hobbies in 2020 are going for around $300, $400. There's a lot of inserts. There's the traditional rated rookie that Donrus is so known for and Panini is known for. Optic rated rookie, so there's optics thrown in there. Flux, Hoops Tribute, and Prestige. And then there's 2 configurations, and this one is hobby and first off the line. 24 cards per pack, 2 packs per box for both the configurations. The hobby has 2 autos, 2 relics, and 8 Optic Chrome inserts. And the first off the line, 2 autos, 2 relics, 1 base cracked ice parallel numbered to 6, and 8 Optic Chrome inserts. So it's that numbered to 6 parallel that makes it different. So guys, that's number 10. And those are what I consider the top 10 out of many products that are being released this month. If you found this helpful, please let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to come up with some new ideas that may be most helpful to you guys. Hopefully this is one of them. I do put out a 1-minute version of this, believe it or not, on our TikTok. So it's at ParlayJ on TikTok. If you've got it, if you don't want to watch the 30+ minute video where I go very in depth here, you can get the Cliffs Notes version on TikTok. Again, it's at ParlayJ right here. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you find this helpful. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. I respond to every single comment that I see, and I am so thankful that you guys are watching and enjoying the content. So that'll do it, guys. And until next time, it's your boy ParlayJ saying take care, spike your hair. We will see you next time.